You could feel it, couldn't you? The air in hip-hop was absolutely electric, buzzing with an almost unbearable anticipation. Two giants, Drake and J. Cole, seemed destined for a monumental showdown. At least that's what the entire world was betting on. We were all gearing up for a lyrical war of epic proportions, a clash that would carve itself into the annals of rap history. But then, a punch landed. Not a physical one? Oh no, this was something else entirely. A lyrical moment so utterly unexpected, so profoundly game-changing, it compelled one of the so-called Big Three to do the unthinkable, to retreat. This isn't just another tale of rap beef. This is the incredible story of the diss track that fizzled before it truly caught fire, the apology that sent shockwaves through the industry, and the strategic withdrawal that masterfully quieted a gathering storm. And perhaps, just perhaps, it offered hip-hop a lesson of a different kind. What truly happens when a lyrical warrior decides to lay down his arms, not in defeat, but in peace? Before the ground beneath them started to tremble, there was a genuine brotherhood, especially visible from J. Cole's perspective. He and Drake weren't merely contemporaries, they were collaborators, friends who had navigated the treacherous waters of the music industry with mutual respect since their careers ignited around 2010. This bond was clear when they unleashed First Person Shooter together in October 2023. And it was on that very track, from Drake's album For All the Dogs, that J. Cole, perhaps unknowingly, dropped the line that would light the fuse. He rapped, "Love when they argue the hardest MC? Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now, I feel like Muhammad Ali." Cole wasn't just voicing his ambition, he was essentially anointing a new hip-hop trinity: Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and himself. The Big Three. It was an audacious statement, one that plugged directly into the relentless fan debate about who truly reigns supreme in modern rap. The song itself, a certified global smash. But that Big Three line from Cole, it just hung there, pregnant with possibility. It felt like a challenge cleverly disguised as a declaration, and everyone was on tenterhooks, waiting for the inevitable fallout from Cole's bold words. From Drake's vantage point, the alliance with J. Cole was a partnership of titans. These weren't just passing acquaintances, they were comrades who had risen through the ranks together, sharing massive stages and cultivating a mutual respect, evident since their careers took off around 2010. Drake had even gifted J. Cole a beat once, a significant gesture in their fiercely competitive world, truly showcasing their supportive bond. The collaboration, First Person Shooter in October 2023, notably from Drake's own album For All the Dogs, was a landmark moment, underscoring their joint status at the pinnacle of hip-hop. So, when J. Cole proclaimed the Big Three on this track, anointing Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and himself, it wasn't just Cole's ambition on display, it was a direct acknowledgement of Drake's undeniable reign and the formidable power duo they represented. The song's global success was a testament to their combined star power, with Drake standing firmly as one of the giants Cole identified, a figure whose supremacy was now formally declared part of this new rap trinity. The hip-hop world leaned in, anticipating the customary lyrical sparring, that competitive inferno that has always fueled the genre, with Drake squarely in the spotlight. But that deceptive calm, following J. Cole's Big Three assertion, was short-lived. For 5 long months, Cole's proclamation simmered quietly. Then, March 2024 arrived, and boom, the spark ignited. Kendrick Lamar, the third figure in Cole's proposed triumvirate, fired back with a vengeance. And he didn't even use his own track to do it. It was a blistering guest verse on Future and Metro Boomin's song, Like That. Kendrick's message? Utterly unambiguous and devastatingly brutal. Mother fub the Big Three? No, it's just Big Me. This wasn't some carefully veiled jab. It was a direct hit, a torpedo aimed squarely at J. Cole's bold statement. Kendrick didn't just politely decline a share of the throne Cole offered, he obliterated the very notion, proclaiming his solitary reign. He even audaciously flipped Cole's Muhammad Ali reference, implying his own superior and enduring legacy. That single verse instantly set the internet and the entire industry ablaze. How would Cole, the architect of the Big Three statement, respond to such a flagrant and potent lyrical assault? The game was most definitely on. Kendrick Lamar's explosive verse on Like That wasn't a shot meant for J. Cole in isolation. Its shockwave undeniably rocked Drake to his core. The declaration, Mother Fee, the Big Three, Neo Baro, it's just Big Me, served as an unequivocal dismissal of the triumvirate J. Cole had envisioned, thereby directly challenging Drake's celebrated status alongside both Cole and Kendrick. This transcended mere lyrical disagreement. It was a gauntlet thrown down with force, implicating Drake as profoundly as it did Cole. The hip-hop community and fans alike immediately recognized that Kendrick's fiery pronouncements placed Drake squarely in the crosshairs. The battle lines were unequivocally drawn. As the industry buzzed, the pressure mounted intensely, not only on J. Cole, the originator of the Big Three concept, but with equal, if not greater, intensity on Drake to formulate a response to Kendrick's audacious claim of singular, undisputed supremacy in the rap game. All eyes were now laser-focused on Drake's next move. The hip-hop world, hungry for drama, didn't have to wait an eternity for an answer from J. Cole, or at least what initially appeared to be one. J. Cole, one half of the Big Three directly challenged by Kendrick's incendiary Like That verse, decisively stepped into the ring. On April 5th, 2024, he unleashed a surprise mixtape, Might Delete Later, and nestled within it was the track 7-Minute Drill. This was it, the counterpunch everyone had been anticipating. In the song, Cole took aim at Kendrick's discography, with pointed lines branding his last album tragic and questioning his release frequency. It was a direct, unambiguous response, a clear signal that Cole was primed and ready to spar. For a fleeting, supercharged moment, it truly seemed like the Battle of the Titans was officially underway. But then, the absolutely unexpected, the truly seismic shift occurred. The one punch that no one, absolutely no one saw coming wasn't another diss track. It was an apology. Just 2 days after dropping 7-Minute Drill, while headlining his very own Dreamville Festival on April 7, 2024, J. Cole did something virtually unprecedented in the high-stakes arena of rap beef. He publicly retracted his diss. He confessed to the massive crowd that crafting the song made him feel like it was the lamest shit I did in my fucking life. He spoke with genuine reverence about his respect for Kendrick, hailing him as one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone, and candidly admitted that the immense pressure to respond, the world's insatiable desire to see blood, had severely disrupted his inner peace. Cole confessed that attempting to diminish Kendrick's greatness simply didn't sit right with his spirit. This was the metaphorical punch that effectively silenced a significant portion of the brewing lyrical war. He announced his intention to remove 7-Minute Drill from streaming services, a promise he fulfilled just 5 days later. While J. Cole opted for de-escalation, the feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, the other two artists once heralded as part of the Big Three, spiraled into one of the most intense, personal, and widely publicized rap battles witnessed in a very long time. This uncontrolled escalation serves as a vivid illustration of precisely what J. Cole consciously chose to sidestep. Following Kendrick's Like That, Drake retaliated with diss tracks such as Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle in April 2024. Kendrick Lamar, unfazed, fired back with Euphoria and 616 in LA. However, the exchange rapidly transcended typical lyrical sparring. Drake's track Family Matters, which landed in early May 2024, hurled serious accusations concerning Lamar's family. Kendrick's response was swift and utterly devastating. A mere 20 minutes after Family Matters surfaced, he released Meet the Grams, which leveled deeply personal and grave allegations against Drake, including discussions of sexual predation and an alleged secret child. He swiftly followed this with Not Like Us, a track that exploded culturally, further hammering Drake with accusations of predatory behavior and provocatively using an image of Drake's Toronto mansion as its artwork. The phrase certified pedophiles from Not Like Us became an enormous point of contention and public discussion. The beef didn't remain confined to recordings, it spilled over into the legal arena. By January 2025, reports indicated that Drake had filed a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group, their shared record label, for releasing and promoting Not Like Us, claiming the song was defamatory and that UMG had prioritized corporate profit over his well-being. This legal quagmire reportedly continued to develop, with Drake purportedly amending his complaint in April 2025. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar achieved massive success stemming from the feud. Not Like Us was said to have surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify by January 2025 and went on to win 5 Grammy Awards in early 2025, including the prestigious Song of the Year. He even reportedly performed a medley of his diss tracks at the Super Bowl 59 halftime show. The dust from J. Cole's stunning apology had barely begun to settle when, months later, in October 2024, he offered a deeper insight into his decision. He surprise dropped Port Antonio, where he spoke about his choice to step away from the beef with Kendrick Lamar and, by implication, the larger situation involving Drake. In Port Antonio, Cole laid his reasoning bare. "I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow." He continued, suggesting the personal toll. "I wouldn't have lost a battle dog, I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe and all for what? Just to attain some mo." This powerfully illustrated his prioritization of relationships and peace over fleeting glory. Cole's explanation also extended an olive branch to Drake. "Hey Drake, you'll always be my nanga. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me." A gesture Drake reportedly acknowledged. J. Cole's decision to exit the feud set significant ripples. It ignited varied reactions and prompted a reevaluation of winning in rap beef. While some criticized his move as surrender, the venomous Drake-Kendrick battle led many to view Cole's decision respectfully. His choice to prioritize peace was seen as mature and principled. Figures like Charlemagne Tha God lauded Cole's self-awareness. The Big Three dynamic Cole proclaimed was irrevocably altered. Kendrick, many felt, emerged victorious over Drake. Drake found himself in legal battles. J. Cole carved his own position. Not vanquished, not champion, but an emblem of strength to walk away. His principled stance resonated with audiences weary of destructive beefs. Even Ice-T noted how modern beefs escalate dangerously, a reality Cole's actions acknowledged. Cole's one punch was his maneuver to safeguard integrity and peace, compelling a conversation about the true cost of lyrical wars. So, what's your take on all of this? Was J. Cole's decision to step back from the lyrical crossfire a moment of weakness, or did it reveal an incredible, understated strength? Did his apology and strategic withdrawal genuinely silence a volatile part of hip-hop, or did it simply pivot the conversation in a new direction? We are eager to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. Your perspective on this monumental moment in rap history is what we're here for. And hey, if you're hungry for more insightful deep dives into the pivotal stories shaping the landscape of hip-hop, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next video. So the one punch that silenced hip-hop, it wasn't some thunderous diss track or a career-decimating lyrical takedown in the conventional sense. It was J. Cole's profoundly unexpected, almost revolutionary act of apologizing and consciously stepping away from the battle. In a genre virtually built on the foundations of lyrical combat and the relentless pursuit of being the undisputed best, his decision to pull 7-minute drill and publicly withdraw from the escalating war between Drake and Kendrick Lamar was a maneuver nobody anticipated. It wasn't about conceding defeat in a battle of bars, but about a deliberate choice for peace, the preservation of invaluable relationships, and a steadfast refusal to be ensnared in a conflict that, as he so eloquently stated, disrupted his peace. While Drake and Kendrick Lamar proceeded to engage in one of the most fiercely debated and acrimonious feuds in recent hip-hop memory, replete with deeply personal attacks and significant legal repercussions, J. Cole observed from a self-chosen distance, he had made a conscious, resolute decision to avoid that particular maelstrom. His subsequent explanation in Port Antonio painted a vivid picture of an artist prioritizing his well-being and artistic integrity above the insatiable hunger of a world that wants to see blood. Whether you interpret it as a shrewd retreat, an act of mature self-preservation, or something else entirely, J. Cole's punch was his definitive refusal to continue playing the game by its old rules. It was a quiet moment that resonated with immense volume, compelling the hip-hop community to reflect on the true meaning of victory, and to consider whether silence, on occasion, can indeed be the most resounding statement of all. The entire Big Three landscape was forever reshaped, not solely by the disses that were exchanged, but profoundly by the one that was deliberately and thoughtfully retracted.